I'm Andrei Marius, I've been working in Illustrator for over 10 years, and in this Envato Tuts tutorial, I'll put my experience to use as I show you step by step how you can create this foxhead logo using Illustrator. Before we begin, make sure to check out Envato Elements, where you can get unlimited downloads of stock videos, music, graphics, photos, fonts, and many more. That's millions of creative assets, all ready to use and with simple commercial licensing. You can subscribe right now using the link in the description. If you haven't done it already, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Remember to check this bell icon to make sure that you'll be notified whenever new tutorials are published. And that being said, we can move to Illustrator. Let's create a new document, select pixels from this drop-down menu, set the width and the height to 850 pixels, make sure that the color mode is set to RGB and the resolution to 72 pixels per inch, and then you can create your document. You can press Ctrl and 0 to fit the artboard inside your screen. Then go to Window in the menu bar, and first of all make sure that the control panel is active, and then open all the panels that have this check mark. Once you're done, go to View to enable the grid. Then go again to View, but this time enable the Snap to Grid feature, which will make it a lot easier for us to create pixel-perfect shapes. For this design, you'll need a grid line every 10 pixels, so let's go to Edit, Preferences, Guides and Grid. Just enter 10 in this grid line every box, click OK, and now that you're set, you can start by selecting the Ellipse tool from your toolbar. Simply click on your artboard to create a 400 pixel circle. Keep it selected, and first let's remove the fill color. Select the stroke and replace this color with 27, 40, and 95. Increase the stroke weight to 20 pixels, and then use the selection tool to move this shape roughly to the center of the artboard, somewhat like this. Now you can reselect the ellipse tool. Before we add any new shape, you can press Ctrl and plus to zoom in on this selection. Now you can click on your artboard to create a 210 by 130 pixels ellipse. Keep it selected, and first of all replace the stroke color with a random color from the swatches panel. Use the selection tool to select both of these shapes. Align your ellipse with the left and bottom edge of your circle. Select just this ellipse. Move it 30 pixels up and 10 pixels to the right. Now reselect both of these shapes and switch to the Shape Builder tool. Remember that you need to hold down the Alt key and just click this path to remove it. Continue with the Direct Selection tool and select this point so that you can delete it. And then continue with the Ellipse tool. This time you'll need a tiny 60 pixel circle. Let's make it blue. Move this circle in this exact position. Reselect the Direct Selection tool so that you can select these 2 points and remove them. Make sure that you have 25 pixels between these 2 points and return to the Ellipse tool. Let's add a 200 by 190 pixels ellipse. Make it orange. Select it along with the circle. Click the circle to make it the reference shape. Then click this button to align your ellipse with the bottom edge of the circle. And then click this button, which will align the centers of your selected shapes. Now select just this orange ellipse and move it 30 pixels down. Reselect both of these shapes. Actually, first you need to use the Direct Selection tool to select this point and remove it. And now reselect both of these shapes. Use again the Shape Builder tool. Hold down the Alt key and remove this path. And now you can continue with the Pen tool. Just click these 2 points, which will join your paths. Let's move to the Layers panel to lock this shape, as we need to start a new path from this point. So click once, then move 80 pixels to the right and 30 pixels up. Keep in mind that you can have a look inside the info panel to know exactly when you get to 80 and 30 pixels. When you're there, click to add the second point. Now move 30 pixels to the right and 40 pixels up. and then move 50 pixels to the right and add the final point. Press the escape key when you're done to finish creating this path. Continue with the direct selection tool, and first let's select this point. Move to the control panel and set the corner's radius to 50 pixels. Then select this other point, and for this one make it only 30 pixels. Now you can unlock this path. Select these 2 points using the direct selection tool and go to Object, Path and Join, which will join your selected paths. Continue with the rectangle tool and use it to add a 40 pixel square. You can press Shift and X, which will swap the fill and stroke color settings. Let's make it yellow. Move this shape in this exact position. Then use the direct selection tool to select these 2 points and go to Object, Path and Average. Check this both box and click OK. As you can see, this will turn your square into a triangle. Select it and go to Effect, Warp and Arc. Check this horizontal box and set the bend to 30%. Click OK. Let's go one more time to Effect, Warp and Arc. This time check the vertical box and set the bend to -25%. Click OK, and let's expand these effects by going to Object and Expand Appearance, and reselect the rectangle tool. This time create a 70 by 80 pixels shape. Let's press again Shift and X to swap the fill and stroke color settings. Increase the stroke weight to 20 and replace the stroke color with something like this. Again, move this shape in this exact position. Use the direct selection tool to select the top points. Go again to Object, Path and Average. Check this both box and click OK to turn your rectangle into a triangle. Make sure that you keep it selected and go to Effect, Warp and Arc. For this first effect, check the horizontal box and set the bend to 30%. Click OK. And now for the second effect, let's check the vertical box and set the bend to -35%. Click OK. Expand this effect again by going to Object and Expand Appearance. Now return to the Ellipse tool and use it to add a 300 pixel circle. Let's make it orange. Align it with the bottom edge of this larger circle. And then move it 50 pixels down. Also drag it to the right in this exact position. You can use the tip of the nose as a reference to make sure that you're placing this circle in this exact position. Speaking of this path, let's select it because we want to add a bit of roundness to this corner. Open the stroke flyout panel and just check this round join button. Now select this circle along with this shape. Grab the Shape Builder tool and don't forget that you need to hold down the Alt key to remove this path and then this one. Now select the remaining orange path along with the main circle and again using the Shape Builder tool remove this path. Select this shape and remove it. And then use the direct selection tool to select these 2 points and join them by going to Object, Path and Join. To create the eye, let's select the pen tool. Create a simple 3 points path like this. You can use the eyedropper tool to grab this color. And now you can press Ctrl and A, which will select all of your design. Go to Object, Path and Outline Stroke, which will expand your strokes. And merge these shapes using the Unite button from the Pathfinder panel. Let's press Shift Ctrl and G to ungroup this resulting group. Press Ctrl and plus to zoom in on your design as we want to remove these tiny corners. So use the rectangle tool to create a shape that will cover these corners. Select it along with your logo and click the -front button from the Pathfinder panel. Now you can zoom out, so press Ctrl and 0. Using the direct selection tool, select these 2 points and set the corner's radius to 5 pixels. Then select just this point and set the radius to 55 pixels. And this will be your logo if you wish to keep it black and white. If you wish to also add some color, let's add a background. So use the rectangle tool to create a shape that's the size of your artboard. Make sure that the alignment is set to artboard and then click these two buttons to easily move this square to the center of the artboard. Let's make this square white. Also drag it below your logo. Select it along with your logo and click the divide button from the Pathfinder panel. Again, press Shift Ctrl and G to ungroup this resulting group of shapes. And now you can color these shapes as you wish. For this example, I'll use 255, 103, and 0. And for this other shape, let's enter 1, 253, and 255. With this final touch, your design is complete. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Remember to hit that like button as it lets me know that I did a good job. Subscribe if you aren't already, and don't forget to click the little bell icon to be notified whenever new tutorials are published. I'm Andrei Marius, and I'll see you in the next video.